Hello, everyone, and welcome inside of the Rogers studio for another episode of Knights Talk. I'm your host, Matt Sanderson, and while the season didn't go as planned for the Meaford Knights, they fall short to the Bradford Rattlers in a best-of-3 series just a couple nights ago. We'll go over all of that stuff with you in just a moment. We also have Matt Giefert and Keegan Bradley in studio here with us. Let's take a look at the GMHL standings and kind of how they played out the final standings going into the playoffs there. We'll throw it up here. You see the North final there as the Knights ended up in that 8th playoff spot. Bradford Rattlers, Ville Marie, Temiskaming, New Tecumseth, Almaguin, West Nipissing, Bradford Bulls, and the Meaford Knights. We'll go over to the South Division now. And St. George, 39-3 on the season. They're absolutely ripping it up, and won't be surprised if they continue this pace in the playoffs. Tillsonburg, Windsor, you have Kingsville, Niagara-on-the-Lake, North York, Oshawa, Niagara and Oshawa in that mix too. We'll show the first round of the playoffs here. As you see, the play-in game, Meaford defeated the South Muskoka Shield 6-1, and then the round 1 best-of-3 series, Bradford Rattlers beat the Meaford Knights 2-0. New Tecumseth and Almaguin tied 1-1. Ville Marie and the Bradford Bulls tied a game apiece, and the West Nipissing beat Temiskaming 2-1. We'll go over to the South Division now, and Tottenham beat Toronto 5-3. Northumberland beat London 3-1. Tottenham beat Northumberland 3-2. You see all of those games there, correction. And then round 1 best-of-3, St. George beat Tottenham 2-0. Kingsville beat Niagara-on-the-Lake 2-0. Windsor and Niagara tied 1-1. And Tillsonburg and North York tied 1-1. So we have, as I mentioned, Matt Giefert and Keegan Bradley here in studio with us. Guys, it didn't kind of go as planned, but Keegan, we'll start with you here. It was maybe a little bit of a learning curve for this club this season, but how do you guys think everything went in the real big picture?
I think us being a young team, it was good to get a game at home in the playoffs and really show like the guys who are coming back next year what the crowd can be like. Hopefully we make a better push next year, and with the guys coming back, I feel like we'll be able to do that.
Matt, it was an unfortunate situation the way everything panned out, but this club being, as Keegan mentioned, such a young team, are you guys excited with the production that you had this season in the sense of even kind of scaring some of those top teams? I know you beat Ville Marie early on. It seems like you guys really played well against those top guys.
Yeah, I think like the team overall was we played well together, and we played against the top teams. We could definitely keep up with them for sure. Over the course of the year, we kept getting better and better. So,
and one of the things that you kind of struggled with on the beginning was the power play. It seemed like you kind of figured everything out there as the end of the season went on. But what's maybe a memorable moment or something that you guys are excited about that happened this season that you're looking forward to carrying into next year, Keegan?
For me, it's just I didn't play many games, so getting my first start in South Muskoka and getting the first win. So that was my first win in junior, so it was good to get it with the boys. But yeah, just more game experience next year and being like a leader on the team. So.
And Matt, for yourself?
I think just being one of the older guys coming in, I learned a lot from the older guys this year, and hopefully I can lead the boys next year as well.
So I do believe that there's definitely a handful of guys that are coming back for the club next season. You look into the future, into next year, and this is going to be a team with a lot of experience generated over from this year. Are you guys expected to make some noise next season, Keegan?
Yeah, I think with the guys we have coming back, they all solid players, so it won't be new for them. They'll know how the league works, that sort of thing. So feel like next year we'll definitely be one of the top teams.
Matt, playoff time comes around, and you look up in the stands, and you see all those stands, or all those fans completely filling up that arena. Being with the Knights here in the first year, what was that like? Was that a pretty memorable thing for you?
Yeah, for sure. Going into warm-ups, seeing all the fans there even before the game, and then first period came around, walking out of the tunnel, I couldn't believe it, how many fans there was. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, well, if you had one goal for yourself to achieve next season, Matt, what would that be?
Next season, be one of the guys that the boys look up to, the younger players, and help them lead and be a big part of the team next year.
All right, guys. Well, we won't keep you on here for much longer. It was a lot of fun watching you guys. I had a lot of excitement. I don't know if you guys got to see some of the game film, but I was very excited whenever you guys were able to score this season. So it was a lot of fun. We appreciate all the support that you guys were giving us as well. And we wish you luck best of luck next season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. So that does it for this edition of Knights Talk. Next week, we'll have head coach Nathan Parrish in studio with us to kind of do a season wrap-up of how everything went from the coach's eyes. But that does it for tonight's edition of Knights Talk on Rogers TV.